Hi guys, I am the Raven Shogun, and welcome back to the channel. So, it's been about a month, maybe slightly more, since I last uploaded, which, on my part, my bad, really. I ended up just doing a bunch of other stuff, really. I ended up just studying a bunch of Japanese, really, and reading a just fuck ton of manga. So, I thought I would make a comeback with just a short, well, hopefully short enough little video. So today I thought I would just do it on the summer anime that's coming out now. And I know I'm very late with this, honestly, because some of them have even started. But I thought I would have fun with it nonetheless to see what I'll be watching this summer. So, let's get straight into it. So, I'm of course on my anime list. I don't really know, well, there's not many other sites I would bother using personally to see what like anime is coming out by season. So we'll start off with just the first one. I just ordered them by start date just to make it easier, and so let's get straight into it. So, Decadence, done by Nut Studios. I have no clue who they are. Never heard of them, so let's see. Genres, action, sci-fi, adventure, and just the synopsis. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. So, many years have passed since humanity was driven to the brink of extinction by the sudden emergence of the unknown life forms Gadol. Let's see. Those humans that survived now dwell in a 3,000 meter high mobile fortress, Decadence, built to protect themselves from the Gadol threat. Denizens of Decadence fall into two categories: gears, warriors who fight the Gadol daily, and tankers, those without the skills to fight. One day, Natsumi, a tanker girl who dreams of becoming a gear, meets Surly Kaburagi, an armor repairman of Decadence. This chance meeting between the seemingly two opposites, the girl with the positive attitude who never gives up on her dreams, and the realist who has given up on his, will eventually shake the future course of this world. Okay. The art looks pretty nice for it, in the picture here. Right. So it says here that the first episode aired early, back in June. Not that long ago though, so as of the recording of this, it's June... What am I saying, June? It's July 5th. So, I might actually check this out, honestly. It looks kind of interesting. It sounds different in a way, unlike a lot of stuff kind of melds into one. It always ends up so being the same. Okay, so the next one. The next one is Lapis Relights. Okay, Yokohama Animation Lab. Don't think I've heard of them either. So we have several new studios, it seems. So, based on a mixed media project that blends fantasy, magical girl, and idol elements, Lapis Relights will follow a group of students as they train to become idols. Together, they'll use the magic of music and the magic of, well, literally magic, in their performances. Okay, so I think this is your, like, very typical, like, slice of life girls kind of shoujo anime, but even though it says on the tag music, so I guess it does have a heavy music focus, but honestly, I don't really think this is my kind of thing. Not to say that it couldn't be good, it's just I'm never super into these kinds of anime. So in regards to this, I honestly think I'll pass. I have a bunch of other anime to catch up on anyways, so like it's not like if I don't get enough anime this season I'll be screwed or anything, but still, I don't think I'll bother, honestly. Now, we've come down to some anime I actually have heard of. So, I'm sure anyone that ends up watching this video, given that it's anime related, I'm sure you have heard of one of the biggest anime YouTubers, the Anime Man. And so he's actually the one who was talking about this in particular. So that's how I heard about this. So Monster Musume no Oisha-san. It's done by Arvo Animation. I don't think I know them. So this is adapted from a light novel. At first, when I first was looking at the list briefly, I thought it was Monster Musume as in, you know, the really famous H.E. harem. All the girls, you know, big tits and that. But it's not. It's very similar. It seems like the main heroine, if you want to call her that, is a Lamia, whatever you want to call her. There's a centaur. There's a harpy. So basically, a lot of the same types of things. But regardless, I will read the synopsis and tell you guys what I think. So it's a comedy romance what am I saying? Not harem, fantasy, which pretty obvious, I think. So in the town of Lindworm, where monsters and humans coexist, Dr. Glenn runs an exemplary medical clinic for monster girls with his Lamia assistant, Safi. I think it's Safi. Whether receiving a marriage proposal by a centaur injured in battle, palpitating the injury of a mermaid, or suturing... where am I? I lost my place. Oh my god. Sorry about this. Oh yeah, suturing the delicate wounds of a flesh golem. Flesh golem? Okay. Dr. Glenn performs his job with grace and confidence, but when an unsavory character seems to steal a harpy egg, how will the unflappable... bad pun. Really, guys? Dr. Glenn respond? So... Okay. So, I might as well say straight off the bat, I'm definitely checking this out. I'm really into your harem genre stuff, your kind of trashy, H.E. rom-com kind of stuff. I just love it. I watch a lot of it, and I really don't get tired of it, so I will definitely be checking this one out. And I don't know, there's not much else. I would honestly say, from the vibe I got from this, it's going to be quite similar to Monster Musume, but I guess in this case it's going to be in, potentially, like, it's going to be in a fantasy world instead of Monster Musume being in our world with them in it. So, if you like Monster Musume, or, let's be honest, any kind of haremish H.E. rom-com type thing, you're going to probably like this. I'm definitely going to check it out, and I may give my thoughts on it later on down the line. I don't know, maybe not. Let's move on. Okay, so you have Enin no Shobutai ni no Sho. So this is the second season of Fire Force. I watched all of season 1. I know some people kind of mixed on it because, I don't know, some people get sick of your typical kind of shonen stuff, but me personally, really enjoyed it, season 1. I will definitely be checking out season 2. I don't see why I wouldn't. Season 1 was done amazingly, and it's David Production that's making it, and their animation is always so clean. So for anyone that doesn't know, Fire Force is basically like your supernatural kind of shonen anime where people, what's the word, suddenly combust, and it's up to the Fire Force, kind of like firemen, but like they all have kind of like superpowers kind of thing, or can manipulate fire. They have to go around and try to discover the cause of this and stop it, I guess. As bad as my explanation is, that's basically what it's about. But if you give it a chance, you might get really into it, so I would definitely recommend this to people. Moving on. So, Doku Hentai Exeros. So, this is actually a good story. Calling back to the other point, the anime man, he actually done a going through his manga list video recently, and this is actually where I seen this series, and I'm actually, well, as far as I know of, I'm caught up to date with the manga, which I think is pretty decent. Like, once again, as you see the tags here, action, comedy, supernatural, ecchi, school, shonen, so, excuse me, if you like your ecchi kind of, I suppose, funny, you know, your action, comedy, ecchi kind of stuff, it is pretty fun. I don't know, I love this kind of stuff. So, I'll read the synopsis and you guys can make up your minds for yourselves. So, in a world on the verge of a great disaster that began 5 years ago, heroes who, with the help of a device called Exeros, use the power of ecchi, or H, and erotic power, Ero, to save the planet from libido-devouring monsters. All I gotta say is, thank you, my great heroes, because I cannot afford to lose my libido. Thank you very much. So, Enjo Reto and Hoshino Kirara are childhood friends who have drifted apart from each other. One day, they're caught in a battle against a sensor bug that feeds on humans' sexual energy. Really? To evolve. After successfully taking down the enemy, they join a group of heroes like them, using the erotic power of Exeros, forced to fight off the monsters. So, as I was saying before, I've read the manga for this. I'm really enjoying it. It's still ongoing. I'm pretty sure the anime will cover a decent chunk of the manga. So, honestly, like I was saying before, if you like your ecchi type of stuff, check it out. I'll definitely give it a chance anyway. For me, it'll really come down to if it is somewhat, like, obviously if the voice acting and all that stuff is good, if the animation is, you know, halfway decent, and, you know, if they don't divert too much from the manga, because some anime really go just far right with that kind of thing. But enough of me rambling, let's move down the list. So, Mao Gakuin no Futegi Gosha, Shijo Saikyo no Mao no Shisho, jeez, this is long, Tensei Shite, and I can't read the rest. They cut it off. God damn it, my anime list. So this is done by Silverlink. Silverlink. I feel like I've heard that before. So, once again, light novel adapted. Honestly, from the picture I see here, it looks like, oh god. Oh. It looks like another very typical isekai. Honestly, I think I might have seen the trailer for this already too. And look, I'm not going to down anyone for liking any of the modern isekai that come out and just how it's quite oversaturated, because to be honest, I still like a lot of them too, but sometimes for me it's just a wee bit too much. Especially some shows I'm just like, I feel like I've seen it a million times. So, anyway, I'll read the synopsis and then I'll... Okay. After 2,000 years have passed, the ruthless Demon Lord has been reincarnated. Demon Lord again, reincarnation, yes. But his aptitude at the Academy for nurturing candidates for Demon Lords is inept. Oh, really? So we have our protagonist character, who is said to be inept, even though he's probably broken as all fuck. Okay. I'm sorry I'm a bit down on it. It's just, I honestly do get a bit tired of some of these things coming up all the time. That's why it's so refreshing when you do get a completely different type of anime. Having the capability to destroy humans, elementals, and gods. After a long period of countless wars and strife, Anos, the Demon Lord, became sick and tired of all of that and longed for peaceful world, so he decided to reincarnate to the future. However, what awaited him after his reincarnation is a world too used to peace that his descendants became too weak due to the huge weakening in magical powers. Yeah, so honestly, guys, from that synopsis, I think I'm probably going to skip this one. I may give it a chance at some point, but honestly, right now, I'm not in the mood at all, and I really couldn't give a shit about it. So, I'm sorry if that's too blunt, but that's just the reality of it. Okay, so Uzuki-chan no... Oh, sorry. Uzuki-chan wa asobitai. So, the art style looks pretty cute in a way. Comedy, ecchi, slice of life. So I think, from the look of this, it might be something like... Let me read the synopsis before I jump to conclusions. Sakurai Shinichi's one wish is for a little peace and quiet. But Uzuki Hana, his boisterous, well-endowed underclassman, has other plans. All she wants to hang out and poke fun at him. With the help of other chipper charm and peppy persistence, this might just be the start of a beautiful relationship. Aww. Okay, so to me this sounds something similar to Takagi-san. If any of you guys watch that, it's on Netflix, it's on a bunch of things. It's basically this cute slice of life anime with this boy and girl, Takagi-san and Nishikata, I think that's his name, the boy. I think they're both in about middle school, and it's basically a simple slice of life story where basically this girl, this boy and girl, little romance at school, and she basically teases him, you know, makes fun of him a little bit, and they get embarrassed, and funny shit happens basically, but it's really wholesome and really nice, but this kind of sounds a bit like that, except obviously ecchi, so it won't be as wholesome, I guess. Honestly, I might check it out a little bit. I'm not going to down on it, honestly. I'll check it out. I think I will. Give it a fair shot. But this next one is something I'm actually really looking forward to. So, oops, go back. The God of High School. Now, this is adapted from a webtoon, also known as manhwa. You know, Korean manga, basically. So, I seen the trailer for this, was it like... Must have been... It feels like ages ago now, and it looks really, really good. And I honestly cannot wait to watch it. It looks... In a way, it looks similar, but in another way, it looks very different, so... I think it's pretty cool that a lot more manhwa are being adapted now. Honestly, so... Definitely watching this. Before I even start the synopsis for you guys, definitely watching it. So, The God of High School. It's a action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, martial arts, sci-fi. Okay. And the art, as you guys can probably see, the art looks clean and it's really colorful, which so nice. So, it all began as a fighting tournament to seek out for the best fighter among all high school students in Korea. Mori-jin, a taekwondo specialist and a high school student, soon learns that there is something much greater beneath the stage of the tournament. So, to me, it seems like it's going to start off like your typical... Sorry about that. Oops. It's going to start off like your typical martial arts, you know, fighter tournament with a bunch of school kids, to be blunt. But then there might be like a mystery or something that develops, or a bigger plot, which I'm really down for. Looks like it's going to be 13 episodes. It's not going to be that long, but I think that's to be expected, honestly. I'm really looking forward to this. It's actually out around the recording of this video, so I'll probably have watched it by the time you guys see this video. I think that's it, honestly. Let's move on down. So, Kyojinzoku no Hanayome. So, okay, the art style, pretty simplistic, but it's not like it gives away a whole lot in a way. So, if you're a giant and a dwarf, you might be pregnant with men. What? Studio Hokiboshi? Let me read that again. If you're a giant and a dwarf, you might be pregnant with men. Let me just read this and maybe I'll understand it better then. One day, Koichi, a boy's school student. A boy's school student? Is this really badly worded, like grammatically? Is summoned to another world while masturbating. Well, that starts things off a bit spicy. It's a giant's country where a much larger race lives. The first prince of the country, Caius, who appears in front of him, enthusiastically stared at Koichi and proposed, I want you... Oh, for fuck's sake. I want you to be my bride and give birth to my baby. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so that explains it. I did not read the tags. It's a Shonen Ai. Ooh, that, yeah, no offense to Shonen Ai or yaoi lovers out there, but not my bag at all, honestly. So that will be a definite skip for me. Let's move on down. At least I got a good laugh, though. So, Cho Futsu Toshi Kashiwa Densetsu Aru. So it's 10 episodes, a gag anime set in Kashiwa featuring high school girls and mysterious creatures. So, looks like just a fun-loving anime with a bunch of girls doing very typical slice of life comedy stuff. Pretty standard, but even the art style to me doesn't stand out a whole lot. Maybe I could be completely wrong on this. It's hard to know, really. But without much to go on, let's move on. So, Umayon. Umayon? I think I'm saying that right. It's a pop and cute everyday anime based on a 4-koma manga featuring the characters from Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Oh, it's that anime with the are they horse girls? I think that's what it is. I've never watched it, so once again, I'll not be checking this one out since I honestly didn't watch Uma Musume Pretty Derby, so let's move on. Muhyo to Roji no Mahuritsu Shodan Jimusho, second season. So I don't think I've ever heard of this one, honestly. Yeah, I can't say I know it. So let's see, it's an action, mystery, comedy, supernatural drama, shonen. Yeah, so without anything to really go on, I honestly don't think I've heard of this one. I could... Let me not waste any time. Let's just keep going, and if you guys know more about it, you can enlighten me down in the comments or whatever, I guess. So, ReZero. So, I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother knows about ReZero at this point. Anyone who watches anime, or damn near anyone who watches anything isekai related at all, has to have heard of ReZero at some point, because people constantly spam it. Okay, so the honest truth about this, I've watched season 1 mostly. Unlike a lot of people, I wasn't really that into it, honestly. Not that there was anything really wrong with it, I just didn't really get into it, honestly. So, unless I go back to it at some point, which I honestly don't think I'm going to, I'm afraid season 2 of ReZero will be a skip for me. So, anyone that's disappointed, I am sorry about that, but that is the case. Now, this one, No Guns Live second season. I started watching season 1 of this did come out last season or the season before, I think. And I was getting into it, but I ended up falling into kind of a slump, and I ended up dropping it. So I'm actually going to go back and watch season 1, and then I think I will, well, if I'm enjoying it, that is, I will go on to season 2. So, once again, there's not to really talk about it. Honestly, if you want to know kind of the synopsis of it, it came out a few seasons ago. I'm sure you can find that if you really want. It's kind of a cool one, but you have to be kind of into that genre, and it's a seinen, so it's more adult orientated. So it's not for everyone, honestly. Let's move on. This one. I know I keep saying that. I'm a bit repetitive at times. Yahari ore no seishun love comedy wa machigairu kan. Okay, so I have been waiting so long for this to come out. I love the first season. I love the second season. I couldn't get enough of this damn thing. I have the OVAs. I got everything. I really want to see what happens. So, for anyone that has not seen this, what are you doing with your life, honestly? No, I'm just joking. Okay. So, it's honestly really good. It's your slice of life comedy drama kind of thing, but it's so much more than that. Well, for me it is. I enjoyed it so much. If I was to give even... It's not really the same, but if you liked Bunny Girl Senpai, Bunny Girl Senpai came out, was it last year? I would say it has similar tones, at least, to this. I really love how different it is in perspective, and it's just... It blew my mind when I first watched it. I think this was the very first... I think this is a seinen, I could be wrong, but I think this was the very first one like that I've ever watched. Because I was always very, what's the word? Very set in just watching like shonen stuff and harem stuff. Which, you honestly need to try out other genres if you haven't. It really doesn't help like secting yourself in a small little box of what anime you'll watch. I would say the only anime I probably just straight up don't watch because it's really not my thing is like horror anime. I'm just really not into horror stuff. Both anime, live action, anything. I'm just not into horror at all. So, this anime though, must watch, definite watch, definitely gonna do it. Let's keep going. Get up, get live, geta geta. Or hashtag geta geta. I am not sure what geta geta means. I assume it's some kind of Japanese colloquial slang or something. Okay. The story of voice actor X 2D entertainer, not animator. Project centers on aspiring comedian entertainers who all gather at Triple S, a talent agency for comedians. The story portrays friction and jealousy in their rivaling careers, as well as their admiration towards the industry veterans, their disappointments and obstacles to their success as they aspire to become the greatest entertainers in Japan and the world. Or Sekai. For me, nothing really stands out for this, for me personally. It seems like another one of those ones that's just talking about like the industry in Japan, which some of them can be really interesting, but some others you're just kind of like, a skip. But, I don't know. I doubt I'm going to watch it, honestly. But, you never know with me. I could honestly take a mood and just end up watching it, but for now, it's a no. Now, this is what I've been looking for. This, thank you, Peter Grill to Kenja no Jikan. So, this, finally, we have a harem anime. My most researched genre I'll say that. So, this is your very, very typical harem thing. And I still can't get enough of it. I'm well past, well, not well past, but I'm clearly out of my teenage years, but that clearly hasn't changed. So, I'll get the synopsis to you guys. Peter Grill is known throughout the land as the world's strongest fighter. He has a girlfriend who is steadily trying to get closer with him. Life is good for him, until he realizes that dozens of women who want to bear strong children are all vying for his seed. Yes, I did say seed. They basically want to sleep with this man. And guess what? I am definitely watching it. I'm sure right now I'm probably playing... Am I? I'm probably playing the trailer over screen right now, but must watch for me. Definitely doing it. I'm sorry if you've lost all respect for me, but it is the case. Now, shall we move on to Kanojo Okairi Shimasu? So, TMS Entertainment, I think I've heard of them too. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, I go through these lists so many times, and you kind of forget if you have or not heard of them, if that makes sense. So, just so you know, you're not expecting this big reaction, I've actually read a lot of the manga for this one. Once again, Anime Man. At least I think it was him. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I actually seen it on here and thought it was that. Anyway, I read the manga for this. For me, it's kind of... it's hard to watch, honestly. It's like one of those really dramatic ones where, like, the girls are, like, really, really fucking crazy at times. You're just like, oh god. The main girl, at first, you think is going to be a really big bitch, honestly. I'm just going to say that straight out. But she's actually cute as hell and, honestly, best girl. No jokes. The only other competitor for me is, if you can see in the picture here, this girl. She is super cute and wholesome. Well, not wholesome is the wrong word. She's super endearing, basically. These two girls, for me, and for anyone that doesn't think this, are you okay? They are psychotic. And the manga has put severe strain on my small, tiny little mind. And I'm afraid to say, for now, I have dropped it. The manga, I mean. I keep really hoping there'll be more development with the main character and quote-unquote best girl, but it's so slow. It's one of those ones where you're like, please just let anything happen, and it's like, they're like, oh, do you want this to happen? And they're like, nope. So, I'm sure anyone that doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about right now is like, what the hell is he on about? So, sorry, I will now read the synopsis. So, dumped by his girlfriend, emotionally shattered, college student Kazuya Kinoshita attempts to appease the void in his heart through a rental girlfriend from a mobile app. At first, Chizuru Mizuhara seems to be the perfect girl with everything he could possibly ask for. Great looks, and cute, and a cute and caring personality. Sorry, I don't know why I misread that. Upon seeing mixed opinions on her profile after their first date, and still tormented by his previous relationship, Kazuya believes that Chizuru is just playing around with the hearts of men and leaves her a negative rating. Angry at her client's disrespect towards her, Chizuru reveals her true nature. Sassy and temperamental, the complete opposite of Kazuya's first impression. At that very moment, Kazuya receives news of his grandmother's collapse and is forced to bring Chizuru along with him to the hospital. Although it turns out to be nothing serious, his grandmother is ecstatic that Kazuya has finally found a serious girlfriend, which had always been her wish. Unable to tell her the truth, Kazuya and Chizuru are forced into a fake relationship, acting as if they are truly lovers. So, let me just say, the whole premise is really goddamn good. And for a while, I was really enjoying this. Because I'm talking about the manga, obviously not the anime yet, right? But for me, it just got hard to bear because it's like, he walks 5 feet closer, and then it's always some bullshit that pulls him back. I just want to see something happen, you know, that kind of way. I don't even like want something like them to necessarily get together instantly, but it's like, it's hard when there's not a lot of progress. But for now, I'm not gonna watch this anime. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer with the manga, and if my feelings with it settle out a little bit more, I will check out the anime. But for me, I need a little bit more time with this, so I will try not to disappoint too many people in saying I will not be watching this for now. So, Ninja Collection. What is this? Set in modern day Tokyo, where dreams and desires are afloat, a group of ninjas called Toketsu is set to stop the spread of darkness that prevails in the world using ancient techniques passed down through generations. It's not a lot to go on, honestly. Ninja dudes look like Bishi boys. To me, nothing here really screams a reason for me to watch it, honestly. If I am in some way massively wrong, you know, please comment down below. But apart from that, a pass, I guess. Sword Art Online, Alicization, War of Underworld Season 2. So, I'm just going to say this straight out before anyone gets any crazy ideas or gets annoyed too much. I'm not a fan of Sword Art Online at all. I haven't been for years. I initially loved the premise at the very start. Fell off very quickly. Basically, without me offending too many people too quickly, I really don't like it. You can like it for all you want. I really don't care. I'm not watching it, and that's really it. So, instead of me wasting your time rambling on about it, I'm going to move on. So, Gibiante, is that how you say it? I hope. Launchbox Studio. Don't think I've ever heard of them. Then again, it's not like I know every studio in a way, but I feel like I should know more, honestly, considering everything. The story takes place in Japan. The year is 2030, and Earth has been completely overrun by a viral disease named Gibia that turns infected people into various different monsters based on their age, sex, and race. A samurai and a ninja from the early Edo period travel together through time and arrive in a ruined Japan to aid a professor working on a cure for the virus. Together they fight countless Gibia monsters, outlaws, and other fierce foes on their journey to save mankind. Ooh. Action, fantasy, horror. Right there, already decided for me. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love their horror anime. I'm sorry to tell you guys, I am not one of those people. So, yeah, I'm not going to be watching this one, I'm afraid. The art looks good, at least. I think it looks a little bit similar to the people who do Drifters. I watched a decent chunk of that. I honestly fell off it. I know you guys are thinking, how many anime does this guy fall off? Honestly, not as many as you think. It just seems like a lot because a lot of them happen to be the ones I've talked about in this video, but let me just move on. So we're almost the end now. Honestly, we've gone through most of the really good ones. So we have Koi to Producer Evolve X Love. So it's a music slice of life superpower romance shoujo. So shoujo anime. So as you can see on the cover here, we have a lot of bishi boys. Well, we have to give the girls in our community, you know, some really good fun too. Not to say that guys can't watch it too. Hell, I've watched a lot of shoujo. It's just, obviously I feel like for the most part, girls will get more out of it than guys. But I could be completely wrong on this, I guess. But a girl inherits a company that is almost bankrupt from her late father. Lacking the funds, she must now become the producer herself in order to save the company from collapse. During her work, she meets 4 boys: financial expert Zen, the idol Kira, police officer Haku, and leading neuroscientist Simon. And is suddenly involved with the conspiracies and mysteries over the existence of special powers known as Evolve. So, like I thought, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised it didn't say reverse harem, because if my sister was here, this is like most girls' dream things, like 4 bishi boys, real pretty boys. Come on, like look at the jobs. You have, where is it? You have your financial expert, okay? You have your idol, police officer, and neuroscientist. Really? You know they're gonna do some like nice job cosplay stuff for them just to give the girls like some that nice fan service. You know what I mean? So, hey, I have no qualms against it. But yes, as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like my kind of thing. But I really hope everyone else enjoys it, I guess. And the very, very last one on our list today is Ani ni Sukeru Kusuri wa Nai. 4. So, is it a continuation of something? Oh, is that the... Oh, I think my sister was telling me about this actually. Was it like ages ago now, honestly? Is this the one about the brother and sister? Something like my brother can't do anything without me or something? Something like that, I think. I honestly don't know much about it, but I guess that's it. I'm not really going to go through any of the continuing anime, as I'm sure you guys know. You guys know yourself what's continuing, what's going on. Yes, like a lot of this stuff is like stuff you can easily look up. Just go on my anime list, go to seasonal anime somewhere. If you guys want to look through that stuff yourself, really, I just really wanted to go through some of mainly the new stuff that's coming out. So that's it, I guess. I really hope. Let me just get back to the top here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing it, honestly. So let me just go through before I end the video what ones I will be watching. So Decadence, I'm gonna give a try. Monster Musume no Oisha-san, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check out season 2 of Fire Force. Dokyu Hentai Exeros, I'm gonna check that out. I might check out Uzaki-chan wa Osobitai. God of High School, of course. Sorry, this one's not for me. Not really into my shonen ai stuff or yaoi stuff. But as I said before, you guys do you. Let's see. No Guns Life. Like I said, I'm gonna try to catch up on that. Get on it. Yahari. Wariwa Seshun. I can't wait for this one, honestly. Coming out the 10th. So close now. Honestly, for a while I thought we would never get another season. Okay, so Peter Grill, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna pass on this one for now. And that's it. Okay. That's it, really. So, that is the end of our video. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my, I guess, coming back video. It's a short enough little video just on what's coming out this summer season. You've seen what I'll be watching. Comment down below on what you guys will be watching, because that's always fun to see. Maybe you guys can give me some recommendations and stuff. Right now, like apart from the seasonal stuff, I was watching March Comes In Like a Lion. And in regards to what else I'll be doing in terms of videos, just real quick before we end, I'm doing a Hyoka video. It's not going to be a review now. It's going to be kind of like not an analysis, but a perspective piece on Hyoka. So I hope you guys check that out when it comes out. But without any more rambling, this will be the Raven Shogun signing out.